Hello viewers of TK Solutions TV, proudly brought to you by EasyBet. We make betting easier. www.easybet.co.za. Use promo code TK50 to create your betting account. It's MTN Wafa Wafa final weekend. In studio, I'm joined by former Kaizer Chiefs, former Mamelodi Sundowns and SuperSport United, Thuso Phala, a man who played MTN 8 final so many times. I'm sure he knows how to win it. Laza?
Mr. TK.
Shaborum boy.
Hi, thanks for having me. And good day to the viewers.
Yeah. Listen, man, it's a big one tomorrow. It's a repeat of last year's semi-final where Pirates eventually eliminated Sundowns by aggregate 3-0. Tomorrow is the final. Looking at the current form of the two teams, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow?
Yeah, well, if you go according to form, obviously, everything favors Sundowns. I don't know when last did Sundowns lose a game. So, yeah, Pirates also are from a defeat. It was more or less sort of like a cup game for them because it was a knockout game and they went to the finals, to the penalties, and they lost. Lando Pirates. So maybe that gives them a bit more practice going to the final because it's going to be that type of game. It's going to be a close one. But I see Sundowns, it's a gravy train, it's a runaway train. So, it's going to be difficult for Pirates to get a result. Obviously, Sundowns are the favorites, but it's a cup final. I don't think form comes much in such a game. It's a big game, big magnitude game. Pirates have been there, Sundowns have been there, and we'll put form aside, and then whoever on the day rises up to the occasion will win the game, which most of the hands, point to Sundowns.
Yeah. So in looking at the current situation, as you say, it's a cup match. Form goes out of the window. It's about character. You think Sundowns will work with it?
Yeah, I think Sundowns on the day, I think they will handle the pressure of the game more than Orlando Pirates.
Yeah.
Especially Pirates, since they're coming from a loss, I think it will be difficult for them. But hopefully both teams come out and give us a very open and attacking and full of action finals. I think it will be good for South African football. It's the first cup final of the season, and let's see what happens. Obviously, I think I'll put my head on Sundowns. I don't see a team beating Sundowns at the moment.
Yeah, but let's look at Orlando Pirates. Orlando Pirates started the season very, very well, but for the past 3-4 games, they haven't been the Orlando Pirates that we saw at the beginning of the season. I mean, they went to Botswana, they lost. Came back, played Mamelodi Sundowns, they lost. Played Stellenbosch second leg, they lost, even though they went ahead on aggregate. Played Galaxy, they won 1-0, which their coach admittedly say it was a dirty goal. It's not the Orlando Pirates goal. He said it was an ugly goal. Then they lost on penalties eventually. What changed?
I think Pirates set the standard or the bar very high from their reign, like starting of the season. So a lot is expected, and I think it's just because they started the season off well. They thought that we'll see that Pirates this season, and which is not the case. I don't think they've really, found the winning formula in the team. Sundowns, I mean, they've been doing this for seasons. And these Pirates now, they started to find their feet and they had a good start. So now supporters expect that consistency from the team, which I think has let them down. Obviously because of the changes also in the team. But it's better than last season. And a lot is expected from the supporters this season, so I think that's the pressure that comes to the team. They're expected to win every game now, which was not the case last season. So now I think that pressure has got to the players, and it's really showing on the field. I don't think we're seeing the same Pirates that we saw at the beginning of the season. But I think for them, if they win this cup, it will give them the confidence to go into to the league that maybe they can go and challenge Sundowns. So if they lose this cup, however, it's gonna cause more tension and more pressure on the players and the squad and the club. So I think this is gonna be a do or die game sort of for the season. If they win this cup, I think it will release more pressure, like they've won something for the season. But if they lose this one, I think a lot more will be expected for them to challenge Sundowns in the league, which for me, I don't think Pirates is ready yet. Unfortunately, it's going to take some time, man, for them to be that running train that Sundowns is.
Yeah, because Laza, Pirates every season, their team is convincing when you look at it. Mm-hmm. They've got good players. They sign good players. And even their coach, when they were eliminated on weekend, he said this team was built and prepared for the Champions League, but they're out of Champions League. If the team is prepared for the Champions League, automatically the team is prepared to win the local league.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's missing or where they lose it in most of cases. Because Pirates will be on form. When you think they are clinching it, they drop the form. Very late in the season, they start picking up, and it's late.
Yeah, I think it comes to consistency, and then also looking at Pirates, highly dependent on Lepasa to win them the games, to get them those goals.
Yeah.
Before it was Saleng, which was a winger. So now they've got that front man who now has to take all that pressure, and which is Zakele hasn't been that player for Pirates.
Yeah.
He's only come back from SuperSport now. And this is first season where he's the go-to guy for the season.
Yeah.
And that's so much pressure on Zakele, And a lot is expected from him since that he's been scoring those goals. So when the team is struggling to score, the pressure goes to him. And you know how the fans have been towards the young boy.
Yeah.
The goal striker for the country and for Pirates. So that thing that Saleng is not getting those goals, or someone around him, they're not getting those goals, I think it's getting too much. Unlike a Sundowns where you have 3, 4, 5 players who can get the goals, even their defenders. Pirates have also the big centre backs, which don't get those goals when they go up for set pieces. Whereby Sundowns, Kekanas go up and they get the goal.
Yeah.
So
Vala goes
up and gets the goal. So at Pirates, looking for Lepasa, and if Saleng is not getting those goals, then who else?
Yeah.
At Pirates. So I think the supporters must also take a look at the squad that Pirates is having, and take a look at who do they go to when they need their goals. They can't expect to win 3-0 with only Zakele there to score the goals. I mean, the other wingers must come through, The young boy, Mufukeng, was Ratomo. I don't think he scored as yet. He's their winger. Saleng, and Maswangai, the attacking midfielder, None of those players have produced the goals, but they say that they've been doing well. So for me, they haven't been doing as well as they should be. They've been doing well from last season, yes, which is expected because of the new players that came in, but they're not doing as well as they should be in order to be challenging Sundowns.
Yeah. Let's talk about the last point about this game, which it might happen. We might see it happen in penalties. When Pirates got eliminated last week in the CAF Champions League, we saw a young boy, Mufukeng, standing up to take a penalty among senior players who didn't go. You played football. You've been in situations where penalties were taken.
Yeah.
You were at one point a youngster. You were a senior player. What happens in this situation where a young boy will go and take a penalty while there are senior players still in the group? I mean, we haven't got to sudden death. Usually, what is the situation? Did this boy is trusted from gym? He raised his hand, or guys said, "Hey, I'm not comfortable today."
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we'll never know until we get it from the Pirates change room.
Yeah.
Because different teams, not teams, coaches, they use different approach to the penalties.
Yeah.
Some coaches, at training, you take penalties, and they've got a best 5 that will be chosen from training. And then some coaches have that 5 that they choose on the field. That guys who feels confident to take a penalty, raise your hands. And then some coaches have that belief that I've seen you take a penalty, you're definitely taking. Whether you feel confident or not on the day, you are taking.
Yeah.
And then some teams they just choose randomly on the field. So I don't know how the Pirates coach went by, but it's normal for a young boy to go before a senior player if he's more confident to take a penalty, And I don't think you can be forced, especially coming in the first 5. If Ratomo or Mufukeng didn't feel confident, he could have said no.
Yeah.
He said no, I'm not kicking.
Yeah.
And then another player would have been forced to go kick.
Yeah.
I think maybe they asked him, "Boy, are you okay to kick?" And he said yes. Yeah. And unfortunately, a penalty, no one has to score or one has to miss. it's a 50-50 chance, man. I don't think there's a 100% chance on a penalty.
Yeah.
So unfortunately for the young boy, it's him who missed. But I think this should build his character. Come a game like MTN8 final, it will be, the crowd will be more than what it was at Orlando.
Yes.
So there will be more pressure. Then if they go to penalties, then what? It will show the character of the boy if he'll step up to take the penalty or not. So it's up to how the Pirates team or the coach decides on how they go towards penalties. There's different situations. So I don't know if they chose the training, or maybe they chose on the field, or they saw the confidence of the player on the day, or they just forced the young boy because he's the youngest one. They say, hey, I'm okay. So we don't know how they used, but different coaches used a different plan towards penalties.
Yeah. No, thanks, Laza. But your money is on Mamelodi Sundowns to leave this one.
Yeah, Sundowns to take it.
Okay. No, we'll be watching, and even if they go to penalties, I hope for the goals. We want to see goals. They can go to penalties, giving us 2-2 draw, 3-3 draw. It's a final, it's two big teams. Let's hope nobody holds back. They go all out and attack one another. Yeah,
let's hope so. Let's hope it's a open, fun, lot of action game. I think we deserve it. It's a two big teams which are currently on form. And it's Wafa, the best team win.
Yeah. No, thanks. Thank you very much, Laza. We'll be here tomorrow to see how it goes.
Yeah, of course.
Sure,
Prati.
Sure. That's me, TK, with Laza, a former SuperSport United. He won the MTN8 before. He gave us his view, and let's all watch tomorrow and see how it goes. From me, TK, thank you very much.